school, prior to me joining, had a very haphazard, random approach to its marketing. So it was just suddenly we've got an open evening, or we need to do an advert. No real thought about the brand identity within the advert, what are the core messages, how we can be consistent in those messages. So to me, the change is back to us having a very clear plan in place and executing and delivering that plan. So to me, that's been the key change from where we were. I think that is coupled with really developing the school brand and the key messages and the core messages around that, and our vision and values, and making sure that they're central to everything we do. Marketing is really important to us as a school. What it does is it enables us to share these wonderful stories of our students and their successes, and we can share that through a variety of marketing ways and the ways of communicating to our students. So we find it really pivotal to sharing that success of our students. So we have that first of all, why it's important to the school, but secondly, as a school we are a business. So marketing is also important in terms of how can we develop the school, looking at the numbers around the school, how we can share what the school is doing, how we're progressing, how we're moving forward, and sharing that vision and values of the school to help in the overall promotion of what we want to do and what we want to achieve. I think it's, as a marketeer, to me it's actually quite simple. Just have a very clear and concise marketing and communications plan in place. Very clear in terms of what marketing methods you're going to use, how you're going to communicate to your four core audiences, which to me are our staff, our students, our parents, and the local community, and how you're going to communicate to those. But it's that clear plan is absolutely instrumental. Certainly every state secondary school will say this in the country, money. And so we have to work to a very finite budget, so we have to identify ways in which we can manage that as effectively as possible and identify those opportunities, because we do work to a very tight budget in terms of our marketing. So I think that's one element. Going into a bit more detail, schools actually, in terms of the challenges, are what I'm seeing is, and I think it's really good for the school marketplace, getting more and more competitive. So it's a real challenge about how can you develop your marketing and keep it ahead. So you do have to. When I started here 2 to 3 years ago, I introduced a term of competitors. With our local schools. There's some great schools locally, but we had to change our mindset. So our challenge is, what can we do to market differently and set us apart from our local schools or our competitors. I think the main thing, building on what we've talked about already, is to ensure that you have that plan moving forward, and to also explore all the different communication and the ways in which you can communicate to your parents as effectively as possible. I think what we tend to find is that parents, everyone's individual. So parents, and I think the other thing what we work on is we look at our parents as customers, very much on the customer side. So it's about trying to meet their needs and what communications work for them. So you have to have a variety of communications in place that work for different parents and what works for them in terms of their lifestyles. So trying to understand that dynamic and meet that is a really good challenge that we have to continually focus on.